Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the Realme L7 Pro and OnePlus Buds 4. After using and testing these two earbuds for like a month, I'm about to share my in-depth thoughts on their performance and whether they're worth buying. For those who don't have time to watch the entire video, here's the quick summary. If you have strong needs for noise cancellation or you are just a super basshead, just go straight for the OnePlus Buds 4. If you're looking for a more balanced performance across the board, especially in terms of sound reproduction and clarity, I definitely recommend the Realme L7 Pro. Alright, let's dig in. First thing first, a quick background. Although these two manufacturers are essentially independent companies, but they are both closely connected to the Chinese tech giant Oppo. To put it simple, Oppo is like the old emperor, the Mad King eras from the Game of Thrones, and OnePlus is more like the Rhaegar Targaryen, which is Daenerys' brother but is way more powerful in this timeline. And Realme is like the Jon Snow. Once you understand this relationship between them, watching this video will reveal that these two products, launched one after the other, seems to be quickly competing with each other. Don't believe me? Well, this leads us to our first section today, the design. This is the shell design of the OnePlus Buds 3, and this is Realme L7 Pro. And this is Oppo X3 and the OnePlus Buds Pro 3, and this is the Oppo Enco 3 4. And this is the OnePlus Buds 4. From the mode perspective, it's like the OnePlus spitting on the Realme and just saying, "Yo pig, just go eat my leftovers." And guess what? In terms of design, the Realme, as known as the Jon Snow, is actually beats the OnePlus so bad this time. While the OnePlus Buds 4 has only made minor improvements to the material used in the exterior and essentially used the same mold as the Enco 4, the Realme L7 Pro stands out in terms of both appearance and build quality. At this price point, it's practically the best in its class. Fingerprints, scratches, and paint finish are all minimum concerns. And Red Fox leather exterior material, which I believe is highly distinctive. However, perhaps due to the high cost of the charging case, the earbuds themselves are rather ordinary in the design. Both the brass-colored mirror finish on the stem and plastic earbuds housing are prone to fingerprint smudges. In contrast, the OnePlus Buds 4 use the same material for both the charging case and earbuds housing, resulting in a much better build quality for those earbuds themselves. But what do you think? Which one do you prefer in terms of appearance? Both offer similar wearing experience, both being comfortable in-ear designs. However, due to their different materials, the L7 Pro is more prone to fall out during hardcore sports action. Additionally, due to the differences in the shape of the earbuds housing, this makes the OnePlus Buds 4 feel more skin-friendly. So, the wearing experience of the OnePlus Buds 4 is roughly 50% better than that of the L7 Pro. And next, let's talk about the listening experience. First, it's important to note that both the L7 Pro and the OnePlus Buds 4 use the same 11mm plus 6mm dual driver configuration, so there's little difference in the hardware. However, their software and tuning are sufficiently different to make them feel like entire distinct products. In simple terms, the OnePlus Buds 4 is the go-to choice for bass enthusiasts, while the L7 Pro offers the more balanced overall sound. Although they both follow the standard Harman targeting curve, which is IE 2018, with their overall track being nearly identical. The key differences actually lies in the frequency above 1 kHz. The L7 Pro's mid-high frequency compensation peak occurs between the 2.5 kHz and 3 kHz, which then decline until it encounters at second peak at 7.5 kHz. This gives the L7 Pros a brighter atmosphere. The vocals are not overly forward, but have good detail. giving a useful listening experience. You can see the roll-off at 8 kHz is natural, so the high-frequency extension sounds natural. The overall high-frequency listening experience is one that has just enough atmosphere but not an overwhelming amount of quantity. And when you compare to the OnePlus Buds 4, the latter has a noticeably darker sound, with the primarily focused on the bass range. The high-frequency range feels relatively thin and lacks extension, but due to the deep bass extension, the OnePlus Buds 4's vocal actually feels more forward. The board peak starting at 3 kHz is the common tuning approach for the Harman Tuning TWS earbuds. The vocal details are well defined, and the depth at 6 kHz peak is natural, indicating the better sibilant control compared to the Air 7 Pro, which aligns with its more forward vocal character. However, this is just merely a difference in their original sounds. As the earbuds both priced at $120, they both have a great functionality application. And since they are theoretically both the company which is supported by Oppo, you can easily notice that many of their technical developments are shared, such as golden sound, space audio, wearing comfort detection, and AI translation as well, etc. The Air 7 Pro, which is more focused on accuracy, features the standard 5-band customizable EQ, but it also includes the dynamic sound effect function that allows you to adjust the low, mid, and high frequency bands. Theoretically, you can first carefully adjust the specific frequency bands in the 5-band customizable EQ, then use the dynamic sound effect to adjust the volume level on different ranges separately. I mean, they might sound logical to you, but for me, the actual effect sounds slightly underwhelming, or perhaps it's only suitable for tweaking when you want to achieve a specific feel for the certain sounds. For daily use, I believe the customizable EQ is sufficient. And the OnePlus Buds 4 also features the 5-band custom EQ, but the dynamic bass feature is tolerated for bass lover. Dynamic bass essentially add 5 gain and 5 cut option specifically within a 20 to 200 Hz range. Unlike the Air 7 Pro, the dynamic bass adjustment is simple and direct. You want more, you will get more. For user experience perspective, it feels much more comfortable. Overall, their resolution and sound quality are very similar. The 11mm plus 6mm dual driver setup, the hallmark of the Oppo family, has been pushed to its limits in both models. The Air 7 Pro takes the different approach, with its brother of focusing on powerful bass or just trying to make a warm sound speaker-like sound. The Air 7 Pro uses the same driver to create a earbud with the fresher sounds. The OnePlus Buds 4 continues their bass transition and has indeed made continuous improvements in its bass performance. To be honest, I personally am not a fan of earbuds with strong bass focus, but OnePlus Buds 4's low-frequency experience is quite subtle, achieving a good balance of volume without being overwhelming, and also with a decent depth and rebound. However, don't just take my word for it. Here's the listening test sample today. Let's try it together.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoes. Really point to just to hurt you. All red lamb just to tease you. None of these toys on lease to. Made your whole year in a week too. Yeah, main bitch out of your league too. Side bitch out of your league too. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table come from ebony. She clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see a shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my core if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done.
Quiero tenerte muy cerca, mirarme en tus ojos, verte junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana yo ya estaré lejos, muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después. Que tengo miedo perderte, perderte después.
Bésame,
Que tengo miedo perderte.
bésame,
No te vayas, mi amor.
bésame,
Estaré lejos de ti.
bésame,
Quiero tenerte muy cerca.
bésame.
Now, let's talk about the noise cancellation before end. On paper, the peak noise cancellation levels are very close. OnePlus Buds 4 at negative 55 dB and the Air 7 Pro at negative 53 dB. However, in actual use, the OnePlus Buds 4's noise cancellation bandwidth and the algorithm are undoubtedly leading in this price range, especially in terms of wind noise resistance. The OnePlus Buds 4 truly gives you a magical feeling of hearing wind but experiencing completely silence. While the Air 7 Pro's performance in this area isn't bad actually for this price range, but it just feels a little bit average, you know? Next, let's test the microphone noise cancellation.
So, this is OnePlus Buds 4's mic test. How does it sound like? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here we are next to the road. There's a little car flying by and it's a little busy at the morning. So here we are with Realme Air 7 Pro. This is mic test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How does it sound like? So you can obviously feel the OnePlus Buds 4's noise cancellation is slightly better than the Realme Air 7 Pro. And this is mic test. How do you feel? Tell me down below.
That's it for today's video. To me, it's really hard to tell which of these two earbuds are actually better one. This largely depends on your personal listening preferences and the primary needs you have for the TWS earbuds. The OnePlus 4 is highly reliable bass powerhouse with noise cancellation that dominates its price range, while the Air 7 Pro may lack a bit of character in terms of sound tuning. But if you ask me, I would personally prefer the more accurate sound reduction of the Air 7 Pro, which is also $10 cheaper. Alright, that's it for this video. If you like this one, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. Keep exploring. I see you next week.